Hello and welcome to a brand new Unsourced. Oh my God, sorry. I really want to do the obsession gag. We should just jig on for it. Anyway, we're here talking about Children of the Corn Genesis. I'm joined again by Tony and Doug. We are almost there. There's only 2 movies left. Can you believe it? Two more after this, and I feel like we're in the long walk. You know, we've got to be like fucking shot in the brain at this point. We're dead. Jesus in the Corner is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. It doesn't
I'm
exist.
shitting on the floor. Like
It
that's the point we're at.
it doesn't exactly. I did it all wrong. What that Chinese character said. I did it all wrong.
there,
Uh,
there are some movies where like you're watching it and you can feel your eyes glazing over, right? This was the kind of movie where like I would look at the screen and then I would feel my eyes just like naturally drift,
it
like
just
as if like it was like
it's so
bouncing off the screen.
it's one of the movies that you feel like I listen just like we said before the sci-fi remake. What was the one before the sci-fi remake? What was that one? It was a fucking
Revelation.
Revelation. This I feel like I was saying like I could feel the waste of my life.
I'm noticing a pattern. If you use actual names of books of the Bible,
It's the worst one.
it's gonna be really thin.
Well, it's because it's unholy. They shouldn't be doing it. And
It's,
then
it's,
God's
it's
punishment.
God's vengeance. It's God's wrath. Yeah,
Mm.
part of His plan. I'm not gonna second guess
God's
it.
plan.
Man, if I have to hear any more fucking Drake, I'm gonna lose it.
That thing.
No one
Mhm.
shouldn't have to hear Drake. Yeah.
Oh, well, I live in the 6, unfortunately, so
Oh,
you
that's
get it,
true.
it comes to you. But,
Okay, so
when it comes to this movie, it's like before we even talk about any of the plot or anything, can we just talk about
There's a plot.
well, yeah, like barely
Anything.
any, right? But it's like this doesn't even feel like a Children of the Corn. This
No.
feels like it was something else, and then they turned it into a Children of the Corn.
it's so clearly like a Roseberry's Baby, the Omen ripoff that they decided to just jam this in. Like there's nothing in here that's anything to do with children or corn, really.
Okay,
Or-
but there is an unlikable, boring couple, so we're like getting back to the roots of the
Yes.
franchise in a way.
Yes.
We get to the roots of the franchise in many ways, but then like the biggest glaring thing, and I think it's important to get this up front, is that this is not a slasher film. This is a haunting film. This is about ghosts and ghouls and
Yes,
and
it's like
dreams.
yeah, off the turn of the road, you're stuck in a mansion with a bunch of shitty folk. It's very much next of kin, or that movie we saw from Radio Silence,
Devil's
Judgment
Due.
Day.
Yeah.
Yes, that will do exactly.
Oh, that's like a real movie.
It's like a real movie, but I felt very similarish to this.
Yeah.
So
That movie made me laugh.
yeah, and this one, it makes me feel nothing. It makes me feel like the boy on the cover, just in a deep, dead-eyed stare void. Oh my God, extreme.
There are so many issues like with it just in watching it. Like it has like there when it comes to cinematography, it's almost like barely competent. But then when you think about what's unfolding on screen right in front of you for even a second, you're just like, holy
It's
shit.
shot like a
nobody's
Lifetime
trying.
movie.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like it's shot on consumer grade DSLR.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, no, you're right. There's nothing in here feels visually like sensible, and I don't even know what it's trying to say. Like as you mentioned, it's a bunch of different movies. It's a couple in distress movie. It's haunting. It's satanic panic in a way as well. I think there's some kind of fucking military message in here too.
Yeah, Vietnam is kind of part of it. Not really, but like that's like where the preacher was, and then he comes home, and the opening's weird because it's like he doesn't need to be from like this franchise barely has anything to do with Gatlin most of the time, unless they're directly remaking the first one. So it's funny that they try and like have that connection of like, oh, well, he came back after the war and everyone was killed.
I just
which
looked
is
at the
which is
the
a fun.
side of Gatlin, like they're always like, oh, like we were born in Gatlin, but now we're here, like that's what it feels like in every movie now. And it's like, what are we doing here? Like you feel like it would be pretty easy for them to find a cornfield to shoot in.
Right. I want to say, Doug, you're kind of right. You know what? The way you described it, it kind of feels like that would be a really great plot for a movie, where like it's just after someone arrives home after a trip, just after all the kids kill all the adults, and like
That's an interesting setting. Yeah, like just set it then, like in what the cold opening is like, but like you pace it out of like he's exploring the empty town trying to find. I mean, it would be repetitive because I guess we've seen versions of that, but I don't know, like that would be
but
better than this.
but like right after as well, it's like
Mm.
it's like ooh, there's still some danger, maybe some kids getting rid of evidence, shit like that. You can go full explorer on it. But no, this is just a movie that doesn't have much to say, and much like Revelation, it feels like a Hellraiser direct-to-video sequel, where we know what we're seeing, but we can't ever let it up too much. So we have just nonsensical soap opera writing filling up most of the time. It does feel like a lifetime movie because it's all about like, who are you lying to me? We're in contentious relationship, social topic, issue, etc. And it's like, what are we doing here? And
Oh,
why?
you aborted a baby and you didn't tell me,
When you had the miscarriage, did you have a miscarriage? Is a line.
Are you cheating on me with the sex slave?
Oh my God.
The Ukrainian sex slave?
I feel like that's like 30 minutes right there. You're saying that we're going to have nothing to talk about. I feel like the Ukrainian mail order bride is.
I mean, because like
crazy in this.
we keep always like, why does this franchise have to do weird sex? I was watching this movie at the gym, and I started getting self-conscious, like when they were highlighting stuff with the white Ukrainian wife, because I was like, how? Okay, what are they about to do? Do I need to turn this off right now? There's people behind me.
You know what? It makes sense because he was in Vietnam.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
baby killer. There actually is something to that, like the him being called baby killer. He came back from Vietnam, and then I mean, I guess that's basically just the remake where it's like, yeah, now he's got to kill some kids.
Well, it seems like now he like has come back and he's like the evil version of well, not evil, but I guess like antagonistic against the children version of Carradine from the 5th movie.
Yeah.
Like why is like and all the stuff with that, like with him fighting back against the kid malicious force. A lot of this film is strangely opaque. Like they try to like play it not opaque, sorry. Like they try to make it like so it's hard to see through, like it's conflicting stories and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It thinks it's trying to be interesting, and by doing that, but in the end, it just feels muddled, and you're not sure which reality the film itself is trying to lean into.
Because like in a good horror movie that could be compelled, like I spent most of this movie thinking about other things or like better movies, but it was like when they kept getting the conflicting stories, it was like, oh, this is like shitty, like spoilers for the end of The Wailing, but where the character keeps getting conflicting reports of like who is responsible for like what's happening, and there's like a ghost being like, no, it was this guy, and another guy's like, no, it's this demon, like he keeps getting like all this contradictory information. Like I like that ending a lot because it muddles the whole thing, but like in this, it just makes it hard to let, because that's like a twist or a swerve in the final act in that movie. In this, it's happening constantly, so I don't know where I am in reality.
Yeah, and because of the rest of the story itself is so non-existent and so airy that it becomes less like, oh, is this drama, and more like, oh, they don't know what they don't have enough to work with, so we're just gonna have a bunch of misunderstanding, vague bullshit to just stretch this out, and you can tell.
They're trying to do something like, and I'm not trying to sound pretentious. They're trying to do something like Messiah of Evil, right? Where it feels like any moment you're watching the film could be like a hallucination, or like something that somebody had like is heightening the experience that they're going through, what have you. And instead, what happens is like you stop caring for any of the scenes that you watch. And the fact that the characters call it out too, the fact that the characters are like, "Oh, are we in a dream?" You know, like, "Oh, I'm not even sure." It's
Yeah,
real.
Waking
like
Nightmare
half-rated.
doesn't have people constantly questioning that. Like, you should just be able to feel that from the vibes. I mean, there was part of me that I thought was cute where they're like kind of just basically just like being the audience and asking like, okay, so what kind of horror movie are we in, where they're like running through the scenarios.
I feel like that was just like the screenwriter had their recorder. It was just left on, and that inner dialogue exchange was just him and his writing partner like going back and forth,
like trying to figure out like, are they dead? I don't know.
Yeah, are we out of options? Does the movie end in 5 minutes? Like, what do we got here? Oh, wait, hold on. We got a bit of juice left on this corn.
This movie could have ended every 5 minutes, and it would have made just as much sense.
Yeah, but
the movie could have never started, and it would have made so much sense.
We wouldn't have gotten Final Destination kind of at the end.
I can't wait.
Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Let's go through the plot. So the first scene is a flashback to Gatlin. Remember Gatlin, heartland of America, American war heroes coming home from Vietnam. Oh my god.
I'm tired of Nebraska. Better. Fuck Nebraska.
Spotlight for too long. Why is this sequence shot better than everything else in the film?
I mean, I would probably had actual time to plan this.
Like all the budget went to this, and then the rest of it they just had like a shitty camcorder. Like, I don't know, you have this shack. Finish the movie.
Like the movie was shot in chronological order, and they're like, "You spent all the budget then."
My favorite part is that the character, right, young Billy Drago, comes home, right, and rest in peace. He died last year, right?
Yeah.
So young Billy Drago, he comes home and he's like, "Oh, I'm coming home to my house. There's like 8 kids in my fucking yard, but I'm not gonna."
Military wives.
Yeah, I guess that's okay. That's not weird at all. Anyway, so he goes home, and like this has actually got like more. Even though probably because it's so pinpointed, but it has got like so much like attention to like its setting, to its decoration. Like there's so much like thought put into things. There's like, oh, we're doing a little panic shot, missing all the dead bodies and all that stuff. All the stuff regarding the graffiti and blood the kids did. It does feel like there's more thought put into like what they're showing and how than literally anything else in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, thematically, there is something to, the idea of the vet coming home right after the massacre and the kid constantly calling him baby killer. Like, I mean, it's already feeding into like, the same kind of like reactionary stuff as the remake, but whatever. That's it's like a theme.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. It's provocative, at least makes you think.
Yeah, like all the stuff at the beginning feels like a condensed, like Stephen King story. The idea of like, oh, you come home from war, and then the kids from the war that you killed come after you. It runs through that really quickly to the point where it's like, well, I didn't really have a lot of time to like get a hold of who this person was. Like all I really know them as is Soldier, and like. I guess if you want to talk about like the politics of the Vietnam War, I'm like, yeah, I guess like they're right to do that, but it's also like this is not the compelling introduction to a character. This is like a very boring cold open. This is like cliche just in a different way, and it just wasn't like a great way to whet my appetite for what was going to come next.
I will say one thing. I did like how it kind of very cleanly establishes the voodoo doll rules in a very fun, visually sensible way. Because you see, like, his mom's corpse is like hanging from a wall behind him. He doesn't notice it yet, but he finds a voodoo doll stapled, nailed to a wall. He picks it up, and it causes his mom's body to move behind him. They're like, oh, that's nice. It's subtle, and it gives you everything you need to know about all the other bullshit that happens later. And that's about it. That's the only thing I like to say about this.
This budget was $4.5 million. Where did it?
There's no way. There is no.
How much did Billy Drago cost?
Billy Drago was the best thing about like the last 3 seasons of Charmed. Okay, I won't hear any slander against
No.
it.
I mean, I'm just saying that did that bump his price up that much that he ate up that much of the budget, and like, because like, where did it go other than like this opening? There's no money on the screen, and there's like where
They probably had to like pay a bunch of these kids.
Look, a bunch of these kids. There's barely any kids in this
there's
movie.
like
There's
two
one
kids.
I was talking about in the beginning. The
Yeah,
opening.
that's right. Yeah, the like 5 minutes of screen time that we get with them, that really
That
ate into the
cost-
But it's like
2 million.
there's like 8 kids though. I mean, come on.
right, multiplying factor. Right, it's not the fact that it was like a couple; it was because there was like a crowd. Yeah, no, like honestly, I would think that this movie was made for like $500,000 or less. Like this looks really cheap,
like way less
straight,
than that.
Like this looks straight to DVD for sure. This looks like this looks like an Anchor Bay release in like around this period, where it's like you would see the trailer for it, and you're like, I've never heard of this movie, and I'll never hear about it again, and this instead is just even lower tier than that. Like and even then, like, who is watching this movie, right? Who is like 9 movies deep in the Children of the Corn movies? Like, this is what it's going to be, right? Besides us, right?
The YouTube upload had like 150,000 views.
What?
It was just uploaded last year.
A ton of people like us. A lot of people like us who are just doing like the marathons.
Here, I should pull up the comments. I'm gonna see what people were saying.
Oh no!
What you're describing is a culture of abuse. We're all allowing it, to happen.
I do like how there's like a shot of like his dad, I guess, is a preacher. I don't know. He has clutching a Bible that has the word Genesis on it. You're like, oh, see you. So what does that mean?
I think it means that he's into the Peter Gabriel era rather than the Phil Collins era.
He should have killed some of these Children of the Corn.
This was an intriguing and extraordinary movie. Thank you. That's the comment on there's 94 comments. What are people discussing about this movie?
Oh my god. One of the things I read on IMDb trivia was apparently they rushed this film into production because they realized that they were about to lapse on the rights. They were like, oh shit, we have to make a Children of the Corn movie every 10 years or we're going to lose the rights. So they had to rush this into it.
It's like Spider-Man.
What do you mean the Sci-Fi Channel one didn't count? It's probably that's probably what happened. They probably thought that one counted.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny. They're like, no, I thought we were good. Oh fuck, okay.
Oh fuck, it's due tomorrow.
That's what this feels like, because like when we like open up with these characters, it's like a similar introduction. But the fact that most of this movie is just take place in one location, a house, and it's going to be about like the creeks and the things that go bump in the night. It feels completely different from what we've expected from this franchise.
Yeah, it feels much like, again, any kind of standard, you're stuck with some hobos kind of horror thing, Like, it's a completely different genre. It's like the kid is evil and possessed, yeah, but he's not like an antagonistic force until the very end, really.
He's just like moving furniture around and stuff. I mean, I don't know. He flings a cop away, but I was like, yeah, good.
He does the vanishing
in the movie.
It's a good. I kind of do like that visual. I'm like, maybe I'll steal this.
It's not bad,
Well, they actually stole it from another movie. Do you guys know the Julianne Moore movie?
Yeah, The Vanishing.
Exactly, The Vanishing. Yeah. Oh, is it The Vanishing?
I
think it's called The Forgotten.
The Forgotten, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I keep facing those things too. I think they both have aliens in them.
Yeah, but isn't the one in that one like during the day when someone gets yanked?
Yeah,
into the
it's
air?
Alfred Woodward.
No, it's in the night.
Oh, it is in the night. Okay, because I do just like the blackness and just being yanked into it, whereas you're just like, oh, they're gone.
Mm-hmm. It's also like a really easy effect to do. It costs them nothing. So it's like,
it costs $2 million. That's where the budget was.
Right.
You've done like 5 of those.
Right. Right into Weinstein's pockets with that one, unfortunately.
Okay. So, anyway, young Billy Drago, he gets knocked out of of a he gets stabbed in the chest. That's for one. Then he gets knocked out a window, and then he like I guess the kids let him live for some reason.
I don't know what's going on.
Because I'm not gonna even attempt. I don't know. I don't even understand. Like, yeah, how does the plot of this movie happen? Why is he not killed? He's an adult, and he even says later that the men are expendable. It's just the women they need.
Well, they need
This
one
is-
man, so I think the implication is that they let him live so that he could start this rape commune.
You don't think
Uh,
that he would have, like, in the past, like, I don't know, 30, 40 years, that he would have had one opportunity to escape?
Well, I think that he's okay with the rape commune.
yeah, once they pitched it to him, he was like, "Oh, this is fine." I mean, that kid sucks, but I don't know. This setup's not bad.
There's a lot of rape in movies I've seen today. I didn't watch like the Sheep Detectives. That trying to get off putting the camera, but the Sheep Detectives on.
I don't know. There might be. I haven't seen it yet. It could have some shit.
As a triple feature.
You know what the crime is? You don't know. But yeah, no. When it comes to with all of these movies, we keep on going like, oh, hopefully it's not gross this time. And for whatever reason, I feel like
They're
the past,
always
like,
gross.
4 movies have been gross.
Insanely
They're
gross.
like, no, don't worry. There's weird sex stuff. We know that's why you're here.
It's the secret sauce of this franchise.
You're a sick fuck for watching the 9th movie in this franchise, anyways. So like, it's just weird, and I feel like it's always coming from a place of like the filmmaker trying to shock the audience, right? Like, oh, you can't believe we went there, but then it just feels like it's another scene of exposition. You have no money. You're just trying to fuck things up, with the scenario to essentially, it's cheap thrills in a sense where it's like, I don't want to go down this path. It's exploitative in ways that are, just gross,
Yeah.
not scary in the way that they're saying.
I mean, that's one of the things that I love about Rosemary's Baby. Ironically enough, is that it has a lot to say throughout its narrative, and this is also going back to like the original novel about like Rosemary's place in society and how that is a direct kind of influence on why she is in this kind of danger she's in. Like a woman's autonomy, woman's kind of, what's it called, autonomy and agency in society, and that's a part of every structural beat of that film. And then you have this movie about like this weird sister wife cult, and it's like it's lewd about it. Like we have like the fucking Ukrainian mail order bride who's clearly not enjoying what's going on, but it's like, oh, but is she like a whore?
Is she secretly evil and in on it? Is she the one pulling the strings? They pull that move, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like
what kind of thematics are we going here at this point? It's so over the top, and it kind of like. Again, it feels like it's not even taking it seriously, and these are serious topics, and I don't think any one of these has ever actually cared about it, even though they continually bring it up.
They're playing with these serious topics because they know they're fucked up, and they're a cheap way to get people to go, oh, fuck, that's fucked up. But because they're doing it and handling it in such careless ways that are juvenile, it comes across as exactly that, and it doesn't, make you, on edge. It doesn't tense you up. It doesn't make you go, oh no, like I'm worried for these people. It just makes you go like, I feel lesser of these filmmakers for deciding to go down this path specifically. I wish they went down a different path. There are many different paths they could have gone down, but they chose this one because they're lazy.
I agreed 100%. And that's where we meet our two main characters whose names I forget. It's Elliot and Sky. I don't know.
Oh, I'll take your word for it.
Just sitting on each other's backs like that, it felt like, I did not believe that they were out there for like hours or anything.
Allie and Tim, but Tim's name is the name of his character. He's played by actor Tim Rock, so I'm wondering if that means he's not good as an actor, and he's not in this film. Holy shit. Okay. Whoa. So Allie is played by Kellen Coleman, and she was in True Memoirs of an International Assassin. So she's got a good pedigree. She's better than this film.
And we thought we were done with the celebrities.
Yes.
wow.
So, anyway, there's this couple that is on their way somewhere. I don't know. Someone explain this thing now.
They're on a road trip. Their car broke down. It's the classic thing. I love the fact that like the implication is that they had been waiting there for hours, and then all of a sudden she notices the power lines. It's like, hey, there's a house there. I'm like, how long have you been sitting in that road and you didn't notice that those power lines were there?
They were planning on fucking dying.
None of these characters exist before we cut to them. There's no
Right.
sense of like that this was a real world of real people.
No, Doug, actually it's the inverse, so it's like they're sitting in this space, right, and they only see desert, but because the evil decides to appear, right, when it's out of their sight, it materializes in the desert, and now it's manifested, right, leading into the dream world.
You're brilliant. You're brilliant because it was playing with the perceptions. It was making us not sure what reality was going on. I got it's really fucking brilliant. I need to watch it like 2, maybe 3 more times to catch all the subtleties.
You actually like what helped for me was taking a hammer and taking the sharp end and just like trying to see how far I can reach it within my ear.
Yeah. Oh my god! How
the proper lobotomy technique? You're supposed to go through the eye, but
lobotomy maxing.
No. Yeah, exactly. It is we are trying to look smacks here. More productive opportunity here than watching Children of the Corn Genesis.
Anyway, so they're a couple who are on the rocks, very much like other couples in this series. And she has the Shining.
Like poetry, it rhymes.
Yeah, and so she has a lot of characters have the Shining in this one for some reason. I'm not sure why, and it's implied that he walks around the roads giving them these fucking visions, but some of them help out the people who are trying to get away from him. So I don't understand what that's about. They don't really explain it.
But I think it's Rebecca Ferguson in Dr. Sleep. That's who's doing it.
So they come across Billy Drago, and he's like, I can smell that you're pregnant, which is not giving off any red flags at all.
Well, like when we get that whole sequence where he's like, "Oh, I don't have a phone," right? Honestly, I'm with the boyfriend there. He's being sketchy and a creep. How long was the walk either way for a town? Was it that they said like 30 miles? Right. At that point, I'd risk it. I would go
for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'd rather do that than have to deal with this prick, But for whatever reason, they decide that they're like, no, we have to use the phone from this house and we have to stay here for as long as possible. And it's like, get out of there right now. Like it's a bad vibe from the jump.
Yeah, it does put into motion that I don't understand. Again, given his actual setup for things, and given like his motivations that we later find out, it kind of seems weird to put the onus on her, like going like, being pushy, right?
Yeah.
Thematic.
It's the same issue as the last one, right? Where they made the woman partner, right? Just like the worst for no reason.
Yeah, they made Vicky a huge racist.
Why are you such a nag? And then also just like when she starts questioning her husband, like it's always framed as like, come on, lady, like give him a break.
She's being like completely racist. Yeah, but at least he's better here. But no, you're right. It's the way that they write their bickering isn't like as actual people, but as like stock sitcom archetypes. He's like, oh, I'm a lazy bum guy, and she's just naggy and bossy and bitchy. Like it's not the most compelling writing and pulled off the best way possible. I know, actually, and that's a shame.
It feels like they're trying to write complex characters, but they wrote just 2 annoying characters.
Exactly. That sounds like. It really sounds like that's it. Like they
2 annoying characters, and then they don't have good actors to back it up. So it just falls flat.
The husband's like this fucking like, oh, I'm a little guy, I'm a little birthday boy kind of character, like he has.
He should have been played by Jason Lee. That's what they should. They should put the budget to get in Jason Lee.
It should have been Jason Schwartzman.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
Okay,
it's good. I see the vision there. He's got that little kind of bug-eyedness like this guy has.
Oh, great. You're telling me that now we're living with a bunch of Children of the Corn? That's real rich. Never heard that one before,
All right. So let's see. All right, Albert. All right. So that Billy Drago has this wife, and maybe someone here can take it better than I do, who is a mail order Ukrainian bride. And that is our first inkling into the kind of man Billy Drago is, because it's a whole, it's not uncertain terms, a very transactional relationship.
Mhm.
They've
And
seen nothing but red flags at the door, and then they come in, and it's more red flags. Like it's her, and then there's like a camera there. Like there's all these like weird rapey signs that are yelling like "get out," and they're just like, all right, well, I guess we have to stop here.
Well, they've got a telephone that's just like sitting on a ledge
exactly,
in a random
it's just,
empty room. Like we have to stay in this sketchy place that like looks as though I'll get bed bugs if I sit down, right? Like and with the whole like
We have no
the
choice.
bride, right? The Ukrainian scenario. It feels like it's only there so there can be like a younger woman who's there that's like creating tension, and then also have it so it's like this guy is pure evil and we know it, and it's like, yeah, this is a way to do it, but it's like for what this movie is attempting to do, what the threat of this is, it feels kind of weird that they went this route. Like maybe not the right way. Maybe this could have just been like an old couple that's terrorized, right? I don't think that this edge adds anything new to the scenario.
100%.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
I feel like he had like a girlfriend in the flashback who like got like fucking murdered by the kids as well. So maybe there could be some sort of psychosexual thing going on. I don't know, but it does um it does feel like it could have been maybe like more of like a prototype of X, in that sense. But otherwise, how would you get the weird scenes where he gets groped by the male bride trying to seduce him?
So, like, do we think that that happened or not? Because the movie doesn't really like make it seem one way or the other. Like you could interpret it
Because he keeps
definitively.
saying, "Baby, nothing happened," and it almost seems like the movie wants us to believe him, but
But we don't
then
see like actual evidence of it beyond like what could be interpreted as like dream sequences. Like the movie is
yeah.
not like definitive enough with the decisions it's making to the point where it's like rather than us being allowed to be, grossed out or creeped out, it again feels muddled. We don't exactly know what it's trying to do, so then we don't really know how to feel by the time we get there.
I mean, the other alternative is that the little kid is in the shack playing really, really obscenely voodoo dolls.
Yeah, so the kid is causing everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that Twilight Zone episode, right?
Well, yeah,
in
really
control.
bad version of that.
Mhm. Very lame, right? The kid has no personality to him, right?
Mm.
Like the idea is that he who walks behind the rose from the jump, right? We kind of know that, right?
Mm.
Like, or at least it's alluded that he's like all powerful, right?
Yeah.
Every movie before this, it's been like he who walks behind the rose is like the last like 10 minutes, right? This
It's
one's
what
like,
you
no,
build
here he is.
to. Yeah.
But this feel like a little bit like the Mummy in that way. Like, oh, he walked behind a rose is like this great evil thing, but it's contained in like I'm talking about Lee Cronin's The Mummy. If you guys haven't
I was
seen
going to
it.
ask, yes.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, so it's want me to spoil it for you?
Oh, yeah, spoil away. It's
All
okay.
right. So the crux of that movie is that there's an ancient Egyptian like demon, and the way they keep it sealed is just by trapping it in host bodies that become the mummy, the new mummy. And so it kind of feels like that. Where like, oh hey, he walks behind the rose, but it's like a little kid, and he keeps getting more children there so that he can possess them one after the other. So that feels like maybe Nick Cronenberg ripped this movie off, and so that's why this movie's a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, this is actually like when they did the whole Letterbox top 4, right? This was like his third movie.
Oh my god. Anyway, so I think that maybe it did happen, and this white guy is a cheater.
Yeah, I think he's full of shit. Yeah, I don't know. I hate both of them, so I have no reason to like want to like give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm just like, yeah, he sucks.
He did it. Case closed. she's too good for him. She should run off into the distance.
I like believing that he did do it. You know, I like believing that he is innocent of that accusation. The entire
Believe
time
men.
No, I'm doing that.
All
because
men.
It's funnier to do that. You know, it's funnier to imagine him being like, oh, all the scary shit's happening to me, and then they get away. It's like, did you cheat on me? And he's like, what? Like it's like one of those scenarios. I think that's funnier. You know,
that is a funny bit. Yeah, I'll
Mhm.
give you that.
I believe he did it. You know, like don't get me wrong. I think that it's a funnier bit the other way. Is what I'm saying.
No, I totally agree. Because there's nothing. Okay, so we're basically. Well, let's talk about this up in another room. This movie is like a clean 70 minutes long. Okay, which is
And
phenomenal.
even that's too long.
Even
It's
that's
like 40 minutes too long.
But you know what's great? We basically just finished describing and introducing all the characters, and only like 40 minutes of this movie left.
Yeah, because it takes so long, and then once the setup is like, well, we have to wait here for somebody to get the car. The movie itself decides like, well, we have to show them waiting. You know, like the movie
Real
does no
time.
concept
We
of,
can't
like,
skip ahead. What the fuck are you talking about?
no, we gotta have a bunch of scenes where they like space out and they have like visions of things that seem like they could be scary, but because we know they're visions, like we can't really engage with them.
Are
in
they
any meaningful way.
experiencing other people's memories or something?
Maybe.
Or I don't.
Maybe
Gave
they're
up
seeing
caring halfway through that question.
maybe they're seeing their memories from the future.
Yeah, you know what? I think that might be the case, and it's like possible versions of the future, right? Because we don't see all of those things play out, right? But like again, it could just be like memories that pass with them in those positions. Like all of these things are possible, and like rather than like if they had went with one of these answers, that would have been scarier, right? The fact that it leaves it up in the air, the movie thinks that it's being scary by doing that, but it's not well executed to the point where it feels as like it's earned that, you know?
Not
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
It's kind of over the place. Because then we spent like 5 minutes of this precious runtime with them talking about the relationship issues. Like, do you love me? Would you love me if I was a worm? All that kind of shit. And like, it reminds me of Speak No Evil, the American version, the better version.
Whoa,
Where
shots fired.
Fighting words.
I like it when movies are funny. You know, sue me. Hey, it's a really funny movie. Anyway, if it was to like that, but like a bad version of like most of the first half of the movie is like just James McAvoy and the chick from Terminator. What was that one? Dark Future.
Yeah. Dark Fate.
Dark Fate, yeah. Just having just really petty squabbles. So I felt like the bad version of that. But like, oh, maybe they're trying to like ease the tension down before they ramp it up. But it also again just kind of feels like they didn't have enough ideas, so they're just writing whatever and throwing it at the wall.
Well, you'd be doing more work than the people who made this movie, right? Like,
Here's the scene where the girl goes to the outhouse. Watch as we film her walk all the way to it from one set to the other. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, man?
Again, we can't cut around this stuff. It's not an option.
There's this whole thing where it's like, oh, there's a kid who's like in the shed, and like we gotta like like we gotta do something, say something about it, and it's like they calling the police and all that stuff. Correct, right? You should have leave right at that point, though. Like get out of the house right at that point before they wake up or whatever. If you're serious about being gone,
Yeah, it's like we gotta stay here and wait for the police. No, you don't.
No, send the police over. If the police do their jobs, they'll check it out. And then when you get away from that place, you follow up again. You bring the police back. So like all of this stuff, it's just like they're only there for the sake of the convenience to learn about what's going on. And the only reason that we're meant to stay here to learn more about the kid in the shed is because the movie's going to go on and go, well, you know what? The kid belongs in the shed, like you don't want that kid out of the shed is what the movie wants to tell us later on. So it's like, I don't know, this is uninteresting, not scary. And like when it's revealed what it is, you're like, well, I don't know, man. Like this is just like, why is this the thing that we made a horror movie about,
And then, at that point, your movie's already 40 or 60% over, man.
Yeah. I'm long checked out by that point.
Oh my god!
Checked out just talking about it.
Mm-hmm. I'm playing like Animal Crossing, like as this movie's going. I'm like, I'm catching so many like unique fish because I haven't been on at that specific time, like.
So, in this riveting scene, we see Allie make the long trek from the outhouse to a church, that homemade church, back to the outhouse, then to the shed, and then back to her room, almost unbroken in their journey. And I'm like, maybe
I
we're
like that she's
wrong.
doing like a sneaky walk when she's doing this.
She's just fucking walking. She's big board. And maybe this is why the other films, especially the ones we're making things similar to the first plot, always skipped or set aside to show what what the evil people were doing, because like that is just one long walk and we don't learn
just
anything.
run out of things to show the main characters doing.
Like we've had problems like this with prior films, right? But usually they're walking around a town, like a large space where there is some production design.
We have one building.
Yeah, we have a plot of land.
We have the Little Rascals clubhouse. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. There's that.
Where there's nothing around, and even the settings themselves aren't really like designed well, right? Like everything's just kind of dirty. It feels like they walked into an abandoned building and just started shooting rather than like set dressing it at all.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel informative to the mood or the tone of the piece at all. It just feels like it's there.
Isn't there a flat screen in like the family room?
Yeah, exactly.
They even make a joke where he's like, "Yeah, what channels you get on it?" And he's like, none." And he's like, "Yeah, well, I guess with The Sopranos over, there's nothing you need to watch or something." I'm like, what?
How crazy is that, right? Like we've gotten to the point now where Children of the Corn is so old.
It's referencing Sopranos.
Yeah.
Sopranos being over, man.
Well, I guess The Sopranos did come back, right? So wait a second. Did that new Sopranos movie come out like after the most recent Children of the Corn film?
It came out during COVID. I think.
Yeah, it was like a straight to HBO Max thing. So that was like 2020, 2021 or something.
Yeah.
So have we gotten a Children of the Corn movie post COVID?
No, not yet.
Oh, that's interesting.
COVID killed it.
Yeah,
we got one in 2020, which was like middle of COVID, but that implies that we got one after. Interesting.
Time to bring it back.
Yes, we got it this time. Children of Corn, but like for the COVID era.
Well, actually, like this entire podcast is a backdoor pitch for us to, at the end of this podcast series, we're going to all pitch our ideal Children of the Corn film, and that's actually what all of this is.
How about this? Children of the Corn, except like the corn, like what meets the new War of the World. Okay, where the cornfield is like their Zoom for like doing online learning.
Right, because farmers don't actually work in the fields anymore. They're all androids, like they're all,
See,
robots.
I forgot the Ice Cube War of the Worlds. When you said New War of the Worlds, I started thinking Tom Cruise, Steven Spielberg. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's something.
Everything's 9/11.
All right, so anyway, much like Lee Cronin's The Mummy, they find videotape recordings of like this sort of exorcism seance shit that they're doing with these children. And meanwhile, another kid like walks up behind them, and it's all creepy and dirty, and we don't care.
All of the stuff with like the found footage, this feels like lame attempts to try to do like a Paranormal Activity rift, right?
Yes.
So like, this is popular right now. You guys like this shit.
Well, Dimension Extreme, they did the found footage Hellraiser movie.
There you go. Only makes sense.
And it was better than the original.
Hellraiser?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The found footage one. The found footage one. Yeah.
I'm sensing a bit of sarcasm here.
Well, mostly. I just like that it follows the original plot of the book more closely.
The found footage one does?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway, so we're like halfway through. We're like 50% of the way through this movie, and nothing's happening.
I thought we were more of the way.
We got like we got like 35 minutes left.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, you burn through it because like after that discovery is made, then we get like that moment of like the wife trying to distract the pastor guy as like the husband's trying to get a shot of something, and
Mm.
the pastor's like coming on to her. It's just like again gross. You know, don't want to watch this. This isn't scary. It's just gross. You know what I mean?
It's gross considering like the overall stuff that the pastor is doing, but also like the end of the film as well. It's gross in all kinds of ways. And
Mhm.
again, it does feel like well, they just put a little bit more of the onus on these characters when these are just grimy situations.
Don't like it.
No,
It stinks.
Get him out of here.
all right. So, anyway, the couple is still stuck in their little tiny room. She has a vision of being in a cornfield, and being bloody though, and
Yeah, she's
children.
getting scythed.
Get psyched.
Now, was the implication that the last one that she sees maybe like her kid from the future?
I think so.
Like a kid that she's pregnant with is evil already.
Or will be once they get possessed?
Or maybe it's the kid she aborted getting a revenge.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh,
Just like it deserves to get revenge.
Yeah, that whore. How does she get an abortion? I don't know. That's what the movie feels, right?
It could be either. You can read it either way. I think I liked yours better. Because it gives a really strong pro-life message, and I stand by that.
Finally, we're here on
agree with me.
Unsourced Small Radio. We're taking an
Yeah.
important stance,
Anyway, I think it's definitely meant to be like her baby from the future, and then the future they're just gonna like, just sacrifice her for for being an adult, and now that they've lost use for her, and it's be more tragic, like, oh no, it's her kid, etc., etc.
Which was never an angle. Like, I don't know. Is this it's still weird sex stuff I don't want to see, but now they've switched it to like, well, like, no, they use adult women for the incubators. So like, is that their workaround for like, well, they're not breeding kids,
but it's like sex trafficking.
Yeah, no, it's still awful.
And rape cults.
Like in their minds, is that like an improvement? Because they're like, well, it's not kids.
Just it's the rape of adult women.
Yeah, that's normal.
Again, a situation where it's like, who wants to watch this? They're renting this movie, right? They're like, I'm gonna watch a movie tonight. I'm gonna watch a scary movie. I don't think that anybody wants this. I don't think anybody's like, this is the thing that's gonna make me scared.
I mean, it's not even like what's that? Remember that? Have you ever seen the horror movie series? It's like the guy with like who's ugly, but he films people who stay in his Airbnbs, but he's like ugly, and he's like a rapist. It's called like 14 cameras, 13 cameras, and 14 cameras.
I never saw
I know
one.
which one you're talking about. 13 cameras. I think it is.
And there was two. I think the sequel was called 14 cameras.
Oh, he got another camera. Fuck.
And so it's
I
like
think there's even more than 3 now. I think that it's
Really?
like they've gone really far with that. But yeah,
I remember Mythunder's in one of them.
Interesting.
Oh,
yeah. And she plays like a valley girl. It's like, what the fuck? Anyway, it's like, it's not even grimy like that. The movies suck too, but at least they're like gross in a very, I would say, intentional way. These are just gross in a way that doesn't care. It's very flippant with it. And so again, it looks so generic and sanitized, but it's about really fucking disgusting stuff, and like that doesn't work, and it doesn't feel intentional. It feels like it doesn't care about the stuff it's bringing up. So it feels like it's pointless about it. Anyway, a guy gets fucking sucked up by this guy.
best part.
Randomly.
That happens next. Like a cop shows up. And then he's like, "What's going on here?" And then he just fucking falls 500 feet into the sky like Nathan Fielder. That's not good stuff. It's about to curse. Switch gears right now.
I honestly, like, what I did like about this scene was that, like, in a surreal way, to have your hope disappear like that.
Mm.
I like that. but it also does feel like a cheat. It does feel like, oh, we don't know how to get rid of the police officer who's come here. We're just gonna have him fly into the sky, just disappear completely, and he's gone for the rest of the movie.
Well, and the fact that the couple spends 10 minutes unpacking that too, that they have to be like, well, how come he didn't hear us? Are we dead? Are we this? Are we that? Like it's just weirdly paced when it should just be like an escalation of like, no, all your hope and all your outs are being snatched away.
Yeah. So, and at this point, there's only like 20 minutes left of the movie, so it doesn't really fucking matter. It's the stuff that should all happen in the first act of like an interesting thing. But
nothing really else happens. Really, it's like what they get out of the house. Is that what happens next?
So what happens next is that he explains more and more about you know, his relationship with his rape wives.
Right, we get the exposition.
Yeah. Let's see, and then they're like, who aborted who? Men's rights forever. And I'm like, I agree, guy. You got it. Stand tall.
Jeez Louise. This movie blows.
No one ever thinks about the fathers. You know? Divorce was 1 month ago, Dan. Get over it. Remember that AI meme?
What was it?
Remember that AI meme of like the guy, you know, playing with like a 5-year-old, and it's like, oh, he's just imagining. And his wife was like, the abortion was 1 month ago, and get over it. And
oh my god, that's
like
so.
It's a right-wing meme, yeah. Like, see how callous women can be. But for some reason, that's a detour to take with Tim. He has no other character traits, so we just gotta think that he's a MRA fucker. You know, that's it. He voted for Trump, and so that's what he deserves.
I mean, everyone, especially if you were in this movie.
It's Nebraska, you know.
No, this is California, I thought, wasn't it?
Is it California?
Okay, so he's from Gatlin, but they're not. They're in California. Is that?
I missed that entire.
Was set in California.
I thought they were still in Gatlin in my mind, but I might have just zoned out when they said where they were.
Yeah,
I thought they were saying it was Gatlin, California.
No, it's Gatlin, Nebraska in the beginning.
No, the opening says Nebraska, like when he comes home to Gatlin. I thought. I don't know.
Okay, but this is on Wikipedia's list of films set in California. But it's also next to a thing for. It's also on the list for movies for films set in Nebraska. So I don't know who to believe.
It's probably filmed in California. Like I assume.
All right, so let me see. It is Children of the Corn, Genesis, California. We're gonna get to the bottom of this right now. So now we're watching.
Living in the California show.
You know what? Let's just pull up the script for this movie. Transcript. Right, here we go.
Are we going to do a dramatic reading? Is that the next plan?
All right, let's see here.
I call dibs on, I don't know, I guess the preacher.
All right, we're still in California. There have to be cars. So, yes.
Oh.
They mentioned at the very beginning. That's one of their first lines when they're sitting in the middle of the road. It's
So Gatlin's in California.
No. He's from Gatlin, Nebraska, but he brought the knowledge of children devil curses with him to California.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. He brought the evil from Nebraska to California. God, yeah. Really clean, guys. Really, really good job writing this film.
It goes like 10 minutes to unpack that. Like, where are we?
We've been asking that question since we started this podcast. We did not figure out that it was fully in California until now, 52 minutes in.
Anyway, we only got like 15 minutes left of the movie. What's it called? The fucking Captain Spaulding of this really stupid Devil's Rejects ripoff arrives, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a funny fat man produce driver, and I'm also part of this human trafficking ring." Apparently,
well, there goes our police problem.
Yeah, he comes by to drop off all supplies, including corn. Remember corn when that was part of this fucking franchise?
Oh,
and he's like, like also I brought this package of toy cars. I'm like, oh, that's weird. I bought it for my son. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, they go out to like have to get a lift from this guy, but then the husband gets a vision of him being tied to the back of the van. Um, so it becomes very clear and obvious at that point that this guy is part of this rape ring. So they steal his. Well, they steal a
It was the
van,
police car.
the police car, yeah. And they're like, "Oh, we're scot free, we've made it, and we're gonna keep our word and not tell anyone about the rape ring." So God was like, "I don't like that. These guys are sinners."
Yeah, why were they not going to tell anyone? Because they just had a deal? Like, that was just, like, part of... They're like, yeah, you could go, but don't tell nobody.
Well, Doug, they are honest people. They're our protagonists, after all, and that means if you're an honest person, you're not going to tell people about the horrendous crimes that have been happening. On the
Okay. It doesn't matter if it's a rape ring. You can't say
No,
anything.
no. They made a deal. If they go against the deal, then they're liars.
You only get one deal, okay?
Mhm. Come on, you can't go back on your deal. That's what they're trying to say.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, all right.
Like totally agree that once they've left, they need to be going to a police station. They need to be talking to the authorities. But what's hilarious is that we get this sequence on the freeway, right?
Yeah.
And it is so apparent, right? Like, did you guys catch this? I don't think that any of this footage on the freeway is things that they shot for this movie. I think that all of this is stock
The
footage.
YouTube comment says that some of that is from Bad Boys 2. It's been a while
that's
since
funny.
I haven't seen Bad Boys 2. So like,
hey, is that why they have a big black fucking police truck?
Maybe to match it?
That's
yeah,
right. Because there's a car that's like driving in front of the camera, and like it's a big black truck, and I'm like, who is this? And it keeps on driving into the frame, so that does make sense.
Oh my god, that's great. Cause like, why does this small town like Dirk County fucking sheriff's department have this big black SUV? Anyway,
And what I love too about that scene, because like what we're seeing at that point is like the kids playing with the cars, and for whatever reason, of these car toys, he got like like one of those like things that has all of the cars on top of it, right? Like what do you call those? It's like transporting a bunch of cars at one time.
Oh, like a tow thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like for whatever reason, the kids just starts throwing the cars off from the top of it, and our protagonists have to drive through the cars that are flying towards them. I got a question for you guys. Quick question. Why did they just pull over?
Right. Because the guy, because he wants to recreate Need for Speed.
Yeah, they couldn't do it. Yeah.
They were about to enter like the Mach speed that Speed Racer enters at the end of the film. They had to go fast.
They got the flow state. Okay,
Mhm.
he's a white guy. You gonna tell him to say? You gonna tell him to stop? A white person? I don't think so.
In that
They'll never
part
stop.
of California, nobody's chickening him.
He thinks he's king of the world. Anyway, so we get this scene where the mail order bride wife is like, "I love you, my possessed son," and so she leaves, and then the kid kills her with a rake, a pitchfork, and so that's the end of her story. It's grim.
Yeah.
Comes out of nowhere. Why? Like, of the people who I want to see dead at that house, like, I don't think that she was on the top of my list.
No, it kind of feels like, oh, we're gonna get a new mommy. It's so weird. This entire thing is like, it's too dark for how light's playing. Because then, in the middle of this as well, we get like another whiny sitcom-y bickering session for these two characters. Like, did you cheat on me? No. Well, I don't believe you, but let's just forgive and forget, even if you didn't do anything. Ho 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 ho. But Tish. But then all the fucking cars start, getting destroyed. I guess Bad Boys 2 style or Foundation style. Meanwhile, these actors who are clearly like driving and not on like a sound stage where you can see like the full blank backgrounds and exteriors for them.
Yeah, they're shot dead on, right? Like you can't see outside the windows that are beside them. They're just like, whoa, watch out! Oh no, there's a foot stand! Oh,
whoa! You're just bobbing back and forth. It's ridiculous. Anyway, we cut to another shot where we can't see the background, but Tim is dead. Remember Tim?
Oh, fuck.
Tim's
We were watching
dead.
the movie.
Tim's dead. Oh no. I feel like not for lack of trying, this is gonna be much shorter than it's still gonna be longer than the movie, because the movie's so fucking short. I mean, I'm recording here. Anyway, the Captain Spaulding delivery track guy come along and he's like, "Oh, sorry about your husband's dying, but you got no place to run now. Time to go to your rape home." And so she does, and that's when the movie ends.
She just accepts her fate, right? Like she doesn't even
Like
fight
the
back.
look on her face almost is like evil acceptance. Like she's like, yes, I'll be the mother of evil.
It's so strange. Like, and there's no reason for us to believe that she's been won over at any
Like,
point.
it make
feels
more
like the
sense if
movie
she was
needs
like,
to end.
it make more sense if she was like, mesmerized or something.
Or if the baby was starting to like control or affect her, but we never get any hints of that throughout. Or if there's some kind of like seduction of power, they offer like, oh, you'll be important or something. Like none of that is established or attempted. So there's
Hey, what do you mean? We needed all the time we needed to see these people walk around. We need all this time.
Come on, don't you like the scenery? Like all the sights that we
vistas.
This film reminded me a lot of Lawrence of Arabia. The way it was allowed for me to soak up the environment.
Anyway, so again, I love how like enthusiastically, kind of joyful the truck driver is to be part of this disgusting enterprise. Because then at this point, and I do like to think it's at least a well executedly shocking reveal. When she gets back there, we do see like all of the sister wives like together, and like, oh, he actually had a bunch hid away, etc., etc. And he's like, oh, you got the magic touch, preacher. Each of your wives is prettier than the last one. Ooh, like this guy's a fucking creep. And he still gets to live.
If this movie was even, half as interesting, this would have been the beginning of like the second act. Like this
that would be an escalation of like, oh, all the other wives are here, and like because that would be a wrinkle, some kind of complication.
Yeah. And then this movie should have been about freeing these wives, like, but the fact that the film chooses to end here, it's nihilistic and not in a way where it's trying to comment upon anything. It's just trying to have a nihilistic ending for the sake of going like, oh, it's fucked up.
That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is.
Going in the barn.
And it and then it like fucking rips off like Rosemary's Baby completely because she starts singing like a little lullaby till he walks behind the rose until it falls asleep.
What kind of music do you think He Who Walks Behind the Rose would like?
Metal.
Yeah.
Fair. Iron Maiden.
Did you guys see the credit scene where the kid brings the cop back down to the ground? Yeah.
So it was just that's pretty funny.
Because I was walking away. I would have been disappointed. I'm like, what happened to the cop? Oh, he just got yanked away. Show me where. It's the prestige. You can't just make something disappear. You gotta bring it back.
I was watching this on my laptop, and when the credits started, like my cursor was moving very fast to the X to close the window, and like the credit was so fast to show that second scene that it stopped me from exiting out of the window.
Because it just shows like the main cast, which is 4 people, and then it's like, hey, wait a minute, we got more.
Else. To the point where it's like, why did you even do that?
It's become a series staple now because they did that with the last for a scene that was actually a better ending in the remake.
It was the ending.
that is the ending, and then they like hit it for some reason.
Add it to the bingo sheet. We got a new
post credits.
Credits.
I will actually because this is we gotta stop this at the source. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah. Here we go. So this one brings back an old pepper. Let's do the fucking credit. Let's do the bingo. Okay. All right. So cornfield. Do we count the one in the dream? I guess.
It's pushing. Yeah, it's got to be a real corporeal.
Hey, so no. So no cornfield. Corn-based kills. There was a couple in the flashback. All right.
When we get the cold open and we see the wife, we do see husks in her mouth.
Yes, exactly. And also, the dad had corn in his eyes.
So like that's something. That's implied corn death.
Farm-based kills, yes, because the mail order, cranium bride gets pitchforked. So go with yes. Brunette little boy who speaks weird? No. Any
No,
little kid that speaks weird. Did he who walks around the road speak?
I don't even think he said a word.
Okay, so no.
No,
Prophetic drawings? No.
No, we
But The
got prophetic
Shining,
boys.
she has dreams. I don't know.
The Shining, yes. Fighting kids? No.
Such a
Hugh,
letdown.
no, right to this one
Especially
punch.
after the last one.
Exactly. Finally, just going fucking predator on those kids.
Poor choice of words.
I thought that the movie Predator exists. Okay, blame John McTiernan. I do.
I blame John McTiernan for not paying his taxes.
Victimless crime.
Anyway, so he walks around the roads. Yes. Bad possession VFX. No.
No.
All right. Religion. Yes. Climax in a cornfield. No. Choral chanting.
Some.
Barely.
Killing adults. I don't know what
a lady dies, but like I don't know. That feels like in the loosest sense of the word.
I think in the opening kind of implies that it's the same idea of killing all the adults.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't. But I'm not sure if that's part of Preacher's plan.
This feels like a 0.5. It doesn't feel like they actually commit to any.
No,
like this movie barely has like a kill count. Barely anybody dies.
So, and then pregnancy cliffhanger / get an abortion. Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
This movie sucked. And I don't even know what there's to say about it. It's just gross. It's mean, but not in a way that's entertaining or interesting or developed or explored. It's just gross, man.
I feel like Revelation and Genesis are absolutely the worst ones of the franchise so far. Right?
Easily.
I agree.
And like, even if you are a Children of the Corn completionist, those would be the two films I would tell you just outright skip. Like there is nothing here. There is like the other films, like we could find things to joke around about, and we've certainly found that with these films too. But just on an individual viewing experience level, these films are poison to watch. They're rough, So I'm looking to that remake that we covered last week, and I'm missing it. That's how bad it is.
Yeah,
right. I mean, like that felt like a breath of fresh air because
it was something.
It tried some things,
It wasn't good, but it tried something.
Like it felt like there was someone who had at least an idea of what to do with this kind of material. Like we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to focus on these things. This just felt like they barely got fucking 70 minutes worth of shit in this.
The night before I watched this movie, which is to say I watched this movie today.
Me too.
And last night I watched something different. And what I watched last night was the entire series of The Backrooms again, King Pixels. And,
nice.
And I can accurately say, that YouTube series is more of a legitimate film than this is, like this is film.
There's like escalation, it is a narrative.
Mm-hmm. There's like meaningful exposition where it doesn't tell you everything all at once. It gives you some space to where you can figure things out for yourself as you're watching it. Like this movie, like not only like it doesn't think that you're dumb, it just is dumb. It doesn't care that it's dumb. It just leans into it because it doesn't need to be anything better. It needs to fill up a spreadsheet. They needed to make another Children of the Corn movie, so they kept the rights. And the movie just feels like that in every sense of its being.
They got to 7. They just to be fucking counted as a movie. It's so cynical in its execution.
Calling it a movie is a stretch.
It's barely anything. It's a tax incentive.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know, like, if you were to think about like the devil's advocate, how and when or where somebody would watch this, right? Like even like horrendous movies I hate, movies that are terrible, I could recommend those people watching before something like this, because there's like just nothing on this, and it's just there's no coherence to it. It feels like you're looking into like early generative AI, like when it was like, there was no objects like no discernible things. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like that's what it feels like watching
The
this movie.
script definitely feels like that.
Mhm.
I agree. You know, I I don't even know what there's to say. I'm just tired. I'm tired of this shit, man. It has broken me. I've been broken like 3 times on this series' wheel, and this is just my third
Well,
strike.
well, Elvis, would you say that feeling that you have inside of you makes you want to run away?
Yes, it does. Oh, John
Well,
Gulager, will you save us?
Run away, get away, stay away, get away.
mhm.
Run away.
Run away from me, baby.
All right. So I don't know. Like, do you have anything else to say about Children of the Corn
Fuck no.
Genesis?
I've been scrolling looking at games on sale on Steam for the last like 20 minutes.
What I'll say about Children of the Corn Genesis is that you would actually legitimately have a better horror experience if you were to just read the book of Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my God.
that is a story.
Yeah.
It
And has
tells
better
them-
chills and thrills.
it does work. You know.
You say what you will about the Bible, but Genesis, it works.
You may not like it, but damn it gets results. That Jesus guy.
Well, that's the sequel. He's not there yet. Or rather, Old Testament's the prequel if you want to get Star Wars about it.
We need to have it so he who walks behind the row like fights Jesus, right? Like there needs like they're kaiju, right? And they're fighting in a cornfield. Like that needs to happen in one.
That's too much of an idea for this franchise at this point. Think smaller. Think like a quarter of an idea and then reduce that.
I'm telling you,
I've got
found footage Children of the Corn.
I mean, that seems like so like, and they didn't want to do it with it. Like they just like were like, oh well, that you fuckers like that shit, right? And they like half-assed like a segment of that, but like actually do a whole movie found footage. That seems like such a layup.
Yeah, and also like you don't want to spend any money on these movies. We already know that. Like,
Yes, just get a fucking camcorder and do it.
yeah, chop chop.
Yeah, I have this whole sequence ready because you would be from the point of view of one of the kids. Like it would be set during the massacre, or at least the first half, and then it'd be like a little
Ooh.
montage showing the kid civilization progressing, and then we get like the last 30 minutes, just like a really shortened adaptation of the short story.
What if the kids are like influencers and they're like posting TikToks of the massacre?
What's up? It's your boy
That's-
Johnny.
That's too much a vision.
I know. As I said it, I'm like, well, that's like a thesis almost. Like that's an idea.
Like you have to actually like pay some of that shit off, you know.
Yeah, and then you have to come up with a fake UI for your off-brand TikTok because you're not gonna, pay for the actual TikTok imagery.
Okay, so final thoughts.
Nope.
Nuke it from orbit. I really is it Gulager who's doing the next
John
one?
Gulager, yeah.
Save us, Gulager. You're
Yeah.
our only hope.
Run
I
away.
Blue Gulager.
His dad, yeah. All right, so let's see here. Tell us where you can find you, Tony.
That's me, poor old Rolo Tony, on Twitter. And you can also find me on These Guys Got Juice. I co-host
Hell
that
yeah.
show with Doug. And we've got some great episodes coming up in the pipeline. We did like a massive 3-episode recording the other night. I think we got like Hokum. We got Napa Boys. We got Euphoria coming.
Yeah.
Like,
So look for those.
Whoosh.
All right.
But yeah, that's where you find me, and also you should be able to find me on 2 Cent Critic. I've got something else open up there too, but hand it off to Doug.
All right. So Doug, where can we find you?
Here, yeah, at the Doug Files, and then like Tony said, we host a movie TV podcast. These Guys Got Juice. As he already illuminated, we did a big recording session, so we got some. Look, the Euphoria episode will probably be dropping sometime tonight, and then the other movies mentioned, Napa Boys and Hokum, and then also look forward to there definitely will be an Obsession episode at some point. So look forward to all that.
Awesome. All right. So let's see here. I think that's just about it for Children of Corn Genesis. Barely a movie. Barely an idea. Barely any acting. Um,
But we're almost
eh,
out of the cornfield.
yeah, I can see the light from here. Burn it to the ground.
You guys
Just like
gonna miss it?
n- no.
No, not even a little. You know, like I enjoy the conversations, obviously. You know, and I do think that like this experiment's been worth it. But at the same time, this has been
What franchise
horrible.
are we doing next? We need to do something that's got like front loaded with some bangers. There was talk of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna do 3 weeks of Spider-Man before Spider-Man
Oh,
Homecoming.
okay.
Yeah.
That'll be really nice.
Mhm.
Just drink down some cool Raimi
This-
juice.
Whatever a week is the idea. Yeah. So we do Raimi, then Webb, and then Watts.
Yeah, and then even once the quality drops, at least there's like stuff there.
There's stuff to
Mhm.
discuss. Yeah, there's meat on the bones.
At least the Marvel stuff isn't like the worst. You know, like we have to get through Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, and I feel like the fucking Marvel trilogy is like one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, man. Those movies suck so much.
Those movies are really boring. And
No,
that tells you how much I don't like the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
I don't like those either. Yeah.
But Elvis, you have to admit he's gonna really become Spider-Man after the next. They keep doing that with a Surf Draculaing multiple character like Frank Castle. He's finally gonna like really become the Punisher, guys. I trust us. He's gonna do it.
Well, that's the problem with Marvel in general, right? Like they'll be like, "Oh, this one's a comedy. This one's a spy thriller," right? Like they'll sell you on a genre, they'll sell you on a character, and they'll only go like halfway or to the point where it's like legally distinct that they did that versus actually telling you a compelling story or actually delivering something that you would want to see again.
The times they've actually done other genres are like so rare, and then they've never like they did like a horror special like a couple Halloweens ago, and I'm not saying it was like the most amazing thing ever, but it was different. It was like a black and white, like, you know, like werewolf action short thing, but it was still horror themed, and it was like, yeah, do more of that.
Oh well. Children of Corn Genesis. Let's exit us out of here, man. I'm out. All right.
Running away to run away.
See you. There we go.